Hey, what's going on, guys? This is a bit of a different video. I never actually realized that the Leviathan launcher is really good for looting. You can see it here, I'm using it. It's actually penetrating the walls, going in a straight line, and right over here I alt-fired because the zombies were getting a little too close to me for my liking, and they slowed the fuck down completely, and I had a really good loot run. Overall, I think this launcher is not as good as the ones I've seen before, but it's better than most, you know. I used the SFC a lot before I sold it. One thing I didn't like about the SFC is the SFC short fuse crossbow would launch like a traditional grenade launcher. It would go up and then down, and then there would be a delay and it would go off, kind of like the alt fire in this, except obviously this one has a net that slows down all of the zombies that, you know, go into the net. Now the thing is that the short fuse crossbow, when you normally fire it, it wall bangs and goes on the wall and then bounces back at you or behind you. In this launcher, it doesn't wall bang. Instead, it just shoots right through the wall in a straight line, so there's tons of knockback. And I think that's the big part about this launcher that a lot of people missed. You can see it in this video. There's a shit ton of knockback. I missed the shot a couple of times over there, and just overall it's a very good launcher to use. Now this specific launcher is very good for looting indoors, and it's better than that electric thunder shooting rifle, whatever the fuck it's called. I can't even remember at this point, but I had to sell that rifle. I used to have it and I had to sell it for the UB. I sold it for like 400 million, bought it for like 150. It's probably like 1 billion now, I don't even know. And sold it and then got UB, and I was kind of disappointed. For a moment there I was just using the Arc 9 Tesla cannon, because the Arc 9 Tesla cannon obviously is a really good weapon, and for looting as well, in my opinion it's very good, because it kills the worms, kills everything. You don't have to worry about meleeing, you don't have to worry about, you know, the zombies hitting you, because at the end of the day you're gonna be fucking electrifying everything. But this specific launcher was actually in my collection box. I bought it and then it just sat there. I used it in the city and I was like, what the fuck is this slow firing piece of shit? Fire rate's fucking crap. Doesn't even do that much fucking damage. And I was actually kind of disappointed. I was like, fuck this thing. This thing is a piece of shit. So I didn't even godcraft it. And then I godcrafted it. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try looting with this thing. I haven't seen anybody try looting with this, so I'm gonna try looting with this. And thank God I tried looting with this, because I didn't know it shot through the wall, bro. Because you can't really tell that outside, you know, but inside you can. It shoots through the fucking wall and penetrates it, doesn't bounce back, and does a shit ton of damage. And if the zombies get too close, all you do is alt fire and it shoots the net. The net has that delayed effect, but the SFC has that too. In the short fuse crossbow, alt firing goes over the wall and it's a delayed explosion as well, you know, whereas this one it's not, you know. Well, it is, but at the same time it has that net, so it kind of equalizes it out. I think over here I actually got hit by an exploding zombie. That's the only thing about this launcher, is if the Zeds get too fucking close, like, and it's an exploding one, you gotta like kind of like back out or back in, you know. But overall, this is an amazing launcher. Definitely gonna be using it from now on for looting, just because I don't know about you guys, I don't like going around in the rooms and, like, you know, finding out what's like you know, the one wall over. I just want to point at some place and just shoot and like take care of it, right? And that's what this does. It doesn't go all the way, obviously. It basically just, you know, oh, I remember Magstorm. It doesn't hit like the Magstorm where, you know, it's a lightning bolt across the fucking room. It's not like that, but it will go in a straight line. Here's a random individual I was talking to about the launcher. Anyway, y'all get the point. I'm gonna, you know, leave you at that video. I don't want to butcher you with my voice. Thanks for listening in, and enjoy the rest of the video. Ciao.